Hey Capricorn, welcome to your April Candlelight Tarot. By popular demand, Candlelight Tarot is back. So we're going to jump right on in, my darlings, and we're going to see what's happening for love life for Capricorn. It's very interesting because for some reason, this round of love readings, I'm hearing different songs for some of the readings as I'm starting them. And your song is Shares, Do You Believe in Life After Love? So maybe some of you have somebody coming in that you're feeling very excited about after about a time of really strong like independence. Like maybe somebody did you wrong, or maybe an existing partner, you just kind of had like given up on them in some way, and you're like, you know what, it's okay, I'm gonna focus on me, I'm gonna do me. But now there's just this spark, there's this spark of love coming in. So that's what it feels like, but we're gonna see what the cards have to say. I'm going to pull more cards than I usually do, so this reading will be a little bit more in-depth than the previous love readings that I've done on the channel. It'll be a little bit meatier. So we'll see what's coming up. And if you're not a Cher fan, and if you don't like Cher, I'm sorry. Cancer Song was the Space Jam theme, so I guess it could be weirder. It could be weirder. Be happy the universe sent you Cher. Alright, so almost done here. 9 and 10. There's card number 10. Alright, my lovelies. Let's see what your theme is. Let's see what's like at the heart and the soul of your love life for April. Oh, look at this, my dears. Look at this. You've got Knight of Wands. You got some feisty action coming your way. So, Capricorn, the theme of your April is passion, okay? It could also be, it could also be, I shifted in my chair and I hurt my leg. It could also be that you have somebody coming in who's not giving you a whole lot of time to decide about a situation. It's like something is moving fast, someone or something's coming in pretty hot. That's what I think of when I see, Knight of Wands. It could be you, Capricorn. I feel like it's you. I feel like it's you. Even though I know you're not a fire sign, I feel like you're setting your eyes on somebody and you're like, I'm going for this person. And I think for some of you, this is really weird, or this is really uncommon, because maybe some of you are very used to like allowing somebody to come up to you, or maybe it's not even about, like a strategy. Maybe you haven't like on purpose been like, well, if somebody wants to be with me, they're gonna have to come after me. Maybe it's just kind of worked out that way. Like most of your relationships or the people that you've dated have been people that have made a lot of the effort to spend time with you, or pursued you, or they were very persistent in some way. For some of you, again, this is a general reading. But I just feel in some ways, my dear, like you guys are just, some of you are seeing someone, you're like, that's it. That's my person. Like, I'm going for it. I'm going for this. I'm making this happen. Like, I don't care what's going on. I don't care if they're not looking for anybody right now. Like, this is happening. So I don't know. I feel like this laser beam like focus. Like you're locking your sights on somebody and you're like, that's it. This is happening. We're gonna be together. We're having babies. Like whatever it might be. Like you're going for something. I'm just getting a lot of passion, a lot of drive, and being very quick about it. And oh, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? No kidding. Here's a confirmation. We've got the High Priestess. High Priestess is all kinds of sexy. Okay, High Priestess comes up first and foremost. This is a major arcana card, so this is telling us that there's a very significant soulmate connection, past life connection with this person. Okay, so some of you in an existing relationship, either you're kind of like having this awakening moment and you're like, nope, this is my person and I'm just sick of waiting for them to figure it out. I am taking the lead. I am making it happen. I'm bringing the fire back. And then for other ones of you in a newer situation, it's just you're coming into this energy of like, you're calling in this soulmate. You know, you're calling in this soulmate. Very significant soulmates coming in. Now, because it's the High Priestess, it's letting us know that it's gonna be intense. And it's not intense like in a, oh, get ready to have your heart ripped out kind of way. You are coming into your intuitive energy. You're beginning to learn to trust yourself. You're beginning to learn to see people through spiritual eyes. And what I mean by this is you're beginning to be able to see somebody and like just kind of see through them, see through into their soul. And be able to like know and like recognize, like, I know you before, I know you from previous lives, or my soul recognizes your soul type energy. Now, the High Priestess also, the great thing about it is, one of the problems a lot of empaths have, and some of you Capricorns who are empaths have had this problem, where maybe you would be in a relationship for a long time, or you would hold out hope for a long time for a really rotten person. You know, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but like your heart would go out for them and like you just love them so much. And it was because you were able to see their potential. You were able to see like that light inside of them, where it was like, this is who they could be if they chose to be high vibrational. And you fell madly in love with that light. But that person was, you know, using their free will, and they were just like, no, I don't want to be my high potential. I'm going to make rotten choices, and I'm going to do some rotten things. And you were blinded by the inner light that you didn't see the choices they were choosing to make in the present moment. High Priestess doesn't do that. High Priestess can see through into the soul, but she's also very discerning. She's also very wise, and she's not going to take any crap, you know? So it's like you have this gift, but you're also learning how to use it. You're coming into strength, maturity, confidence with it. And I've said this in other videos, but it merits being said again. There's some kind of spiritual awakening that's happening, where the chakras are opening up and aligning, and there's a sexual awakening that comes with that, with the High Priestess, in my experience and the readings I've done for others. So it's beginning to experience physical intimacy in a very more profound way, a higher vibrational way, a more meaningful way, a more satisfying way, just a connection, just, you know, spiritual connection there in that. Also with the High Priestess, get ready, my darling Capricorns. You're gonna be very magnetic yourselves. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden people are pursuing you and you're like, what in the heck? Like, I haven't even showered today. I just ran to the store in my dirty, nasty sweatpants, and I need to do laundry, and I haven't washed my hair, and I look like a mess, and people are trying to flirt with me or talk to me. Like, I don't get it. What's going on? You might have a lot of those kinds of moments, because High Priestess is very magnetic, very irresistible. People want to be near her. It might even be coming up to you in ways that like irritate you. Like, you're like, I'm just trying to look at the grocery store and get what I need, and people are trying to have a conversation with me, or people are standing way too next to me. Or you go to the gym and you're like on the elliptical, and there's like 50 empty ellipticals all in a row on both sides of you, and somebody will come in and they'll just take the elliptical right next to you, and you're like, man, I just wanted some space. It's just little things like that. Like, people are just wanting to be near you, and it's because you have this magical High Priestess energy coming in, where you're really, chakras are opening up, aligning, and your magnetism is on point. You're becoming a magnetic, you know, little fireball here. So some of you, although, you know, High Priestess isn't associated with fire, but some of you are also just coming into this energy of intuition, learning to listen to your intuition. Okay, intuition is a very, very big one here. All right, my darlings, so let's see what all is next for you. For some of you, you're meeting a High Priestess, and maybe that's why you're so gung-ho, right? But also keep in mind that who we call in is a mirror. So I guess either way, it's going to go both ways. All right. Next we have, this is interesting, Capricorn. This might be why we heard share. Don't knock share, because Page of Cups is here. Page of Cups is here to clarify the share song. This is kind of like the karmic factor, or what's going on, like the lesson behind things or the motivating force behind things. And so when I see Page of Cups in a reading, there could be other readers and they might read Page of Cups in a very, very different way, okay? For many people, it could be said that, oh, this is a new love. This is a new love coming in because it's Page and Page is younger. So it's a shorter period of time. This is a new love coming in for some of you. Or a reborn love in some way. But one of the ways in which I read Page of Cups is that for a lot of you, this situation is causing your heart chakra to really open. And a lot of you, even though you're very, very loving, I know lots of Capricorns. I have many Capricorns in my life, and they're very, very loving people. And a lot of you, even though you're very, very loving, you can be a little closed off. You can be a little bit cautious. You can have some walls up. And so I think this is a connection or a relationship that's causing you to really, really open up emotionally. And it can feel a little bit intimidating. It can make the situation or make you feel a little bit more vulnerable. But it's a good thing you have that Knight of Wands at the heart and the center of it, because that passion maybe is helping you overcome the fear, right? Or even though maybe, you know, it's like you're going after this with pure magnetism or adrenaline, it's still love is forming, love is developing. Okay, the past, how it pertains to this present situation, you've got the Hierophant, okay? So some of you are ending old soul contracts. Those of you like who are more on a spiritual path and you're like, you're all about it, and you're like, hey, I burn my incense and I have my crystals and I do my meditation and I'm intuitive and all that. So some of you are going through and you're breaking some old soul contracts. For some of you, this card is coming up because you're having to maybe end past relationships or past agreements. Maybe you're going for a new person and you're like, okay, gotta let somebody know this isn't working out anymore. Some of you, however, are getting over like limiting beliefs that were put in your head from a very young age about what a relationship has to be, or how you need to be, or what is expected, or you must do it this way, or you must do it that way. Some of you are putting that in the past. Some of you, let's see, let's pull a clarifier. What's the main overall message with the Hierophant? Why is the Hierophant here overall? Oh, I don't know why I didn't see it before. See, this is what happens when you do a lot of videos back to back and you start getting tired. I don't know why I didn't see it before. It just hit me. It just hit me, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you right here and right now on the Amethyst Angellight YouTube channel. Gosh, it just, boom, pow, just hit me in the face. We have this High Priestess, right? We have this High Priestess. And who's the match? Okay? This is the pair. The High Priestess and the Priest. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. It's the masculine and the feminine. So a lot of you are calling in a divine connection, okay? We won't get into the whole twin flame thing. That's a whole other thing. Those of you who've had private readings with me know that whole story and what I've said about that. And I do believe in twin flames. I'm not anti-twin flame. But a lot of you are calling in like this divinely complementary person. Complementary relationship. And so maybe in the past that was the hang up in love life. The hang up in love life was that you were calling in people that weren't vibing with you. You all just weren't on the same plane, or you weren't on the same energy. And now you're calling in that soulmate. You're calling in that person who's like, this is the person who, like, you get me. I get you, you get me. We're eye to eye here. And when I pulled the clarifier, I got Ace of Swords. And Ace of Swords is a new way of thinking. So before, this counterpart energy was blocked. it was blocked. But as you're coming into your intuition, your seat of power, your seat of passion, it's helping you to overcome your fears. And it's helping you to look or think about situations in a different way. And so those mental blocks that have held you back from manifesting this perfect match are being cleared out of the way. Okay, they're being cleared out of the way. And you have this shiny new love coming in of this perfectly paired, perfectly matched energy of the high priest and the high priestess. The Hierophant and the high priestess. Twinsies. Okay, so you're calling that in. That's big. That's massive. And I almost missed it. And then Spirit hit me upside the head and was like, look, hello, look. Why are you pulling clarifier cards? It's right there. Do we have to spell it out for you? Gosh, that's big. I just got chills there, Capricorn. That's big. Ooh, and right when I looked at it, right when I said that and I looked at the screen on the phone where I'm recording, it was 1555. 1555. Oh my god, I just got chills. Lots of karma moving, lots of big energies coming in for you guys, Capricorn. Big changes. Ooh, Caps, get ready, Caps. Oh my god, Capricorn. I want to be a Capricorn. I'm gonna like turn in my Scorpio card for the month of April, and I'm just gonna say I'm a Capricorn because I want this reading to be mine. I'm gonna steal your reading, Capricorn. You have 10 of Pentacles in the present moment. And so, yeah, you know, obviously Pentacle cards have to do with, you know, career and money and all that good stuff. So you all are manifesting progress in your work life. Some of you may be meeting this person through your work life, but overall, the message that I'm getting with 10 of Pentacles is that you are manifesting into the physical realm. This person, this divine match, you're manifesting it, or you're calling it in at this time. That's big, guys. That's huge. That's huge. You're manifesting this now. You're calling this in now. All right. It's not going to be about having to wait anymore. You know, waiting is over. This is the energy now of calling it in, of manifesting it. Next, we have the Fool. So it's coming in and you all are like, you're going for it. Remember, do you believe in life after love? This is Cher singing to you right now. Just imagine. It's Cher calling out to you from on top of the mountain. You're going for it. So even though like you've had past disappointments, you've had people who've let you down. You've had people who maybe like you thought they were the one and they weren't the one. It's all coming together now, my dears. You have your person and this new relationship is presenting itself and you're going for it. You're just going like something in your spirit is saying it's time to go for it. It's time to go for it. Some of you maybe haven't met this person just yet, as you know, when you come upon this video and you watch it, but you can feel in your soul that they're coming, and there's a really good chance that they're gonna be here either in April or before the end of the springtime. Okay, because you're manifesting this. You're manifesting this fast. All right. So next we have your power in the situation, which is 6 of Cups. This is interesting, okay? Some of you, okay, this is going to apply to different ones of you in different ways. For some of you, this is like a soulmate who maybe wasn't ready or ran, or the timing wasn't right, and so there could be a reconciliation or allowing a reconciliation, okay? But this is not in an instance where somebody mistreated you or abused you or was dishonest to you. That's a whole other thing. You know, don't get caught up in the narcissist craziness, because narcissists will come in and out like nobody's business, and that's not what I'm referring to. So some of you, it is a reconciliation. For other ones of you, your power in the situation right now is to go back and look over your childhood, okay? Really pay attention to anything your inner child thought about you, about the grown-ups in your life, about what your inner child thought about love. Okay, my inner child, when I was little, I don't know why I thought, I don't even want to bring this up, it's late, maybe I shouldn't even say this, um so we were like driving down the street, and there were like prostitutes, and I heard one of the grown-ups in the car say something like, oh, there's hookers on this street, and I didn't know what they were. But for whatever reason, in my little like 4-year-old mind, I thought that hookers were ladies that would kiss men to buy them McDonald's chicken nuggets. I don't know how I put that together, but I put that together in some weird, crazy little way. That's what I thought a hooker was. So, you know, I guess the reason why I'm sharing that weird story is that there could be something that your inner child thought about love or sex that doesn't make sense, but subconsciously it's been in the background, and it needs to be cleared. It's time to clear it. It's time to clear it, okay? So maybe that's a way that you can speed up the manifestation if you haven't quite met this person, or like, reconciled with this person, or whatever it might be. Do some clearing work on what your inner child believes, or what your inner child thinks about love, about you, about the relationship your parents had, or the relationship they didn't have, depending on the situation. Cleaning house in that way is going to be good. Also, just playfulness, just coming into like spending time with your inner child, playing with your inner child. It's going to be very healing. It's going to be very helpful. Okay, let's see. The way that you're going to be perceived in this situation. So this is kind of like giving you a little bit of guidance, because some of you, when this person comes in, you're so gung-ho, like you're all about it. And maybe for some of you Capricorns, it might be kind of like out of character for you. But because you're all about it, and you're driven, and you're ready to do this, and you're wanting it to work, and you're very confident, and you know what you know is true, and you know that you're seeing clearly, it could come off to this other person that you're kind of really taking over the reins a little too aggressively here, or that you're coming in like charging, and like this is how it's gonna be. For some of you, you're just being very clear about your expectations and your intentions and the intensity that you're feeling, the connection that you're feeling. And for the other person, it might come off as like you're just telling them like this is how it's gonna be, and that might be a little bit weird. So just, you're excited, that's a good thing, but just really, really don't go in like a bull rushing in like a bull in a china shop. That kind of energy. Because sometimes Knight of Swords, even though Knight of Swords is very intelligent, and even though Knight of Swords is somebody who is like very committed, and they're coming in very focused and very serious and very real, Knight of Swords can come off as argumentative or demanding or controlling. And so just be aware that, maybe this person doesn't know you that well yet. So some gentleness might go a long way. Or just, maybe not, I don't mean gentleness, but like, how can I say? Just, it's good that you're excited. Just maybe go easy, I guess, is a good way to put it. This next card tells us kind of like where your mental focus is about the situation, like what you might be manifesting about the love life. And this might be why your inner child card came up, why the Six of Cups came up. So as some of you are thinking about this love life or this person, you're thinking about the five of Pentacles. Now, it could be good or it could be bad, depending on which aspect of the Five of Pentacles you're thinking about. Five of Pentacles, the really positive aspect of it is like just having a ride or die, person in your life. I don't know if people still say that. I don't know. I'm not a cool kid. But having somebody in your life who, like, they're there. They're in it with you. Good times, bad times, they're in it with you. The relationship is sincere. The relationship is genuine. Like, they're not going anywhere. and they can take, like, just being with this person can make the worst of times feel like a great time, you know. And so that's just kind of like the energy. That's the energy that some of you are looking for, or that you're wanting to manifest, that you know this person's going to be with you if you're rich or if you're poor, if you're healthy or if you're sick, if you're hot or if you're, you know, not so hot, whatever it might be. You're manifesting that kind of bond. The other aspect of Five of Pentacles could be like just feeling like left out in the open, or feeling like you don't know where things are going, and money is uncertain and the future is uncertain. So I don't know, maybe some of you have this idea of love, that the beginning of a relationship has to be difficult, or the beginning of a relationship, like, you know, maybe some of you are really buying into the idea of like the young love or the new couple, and they're starting out and they don't have anything, and you know, it's like, but they're gonna try to like stay together, and they're gonna try to love each other anyway. So some of you might be manifesting certain elements of lack that somewhere in your childhood or in your young mind you associated with love that aren't necessarily connected. I would invite you to meditate on that. You know, maybe look at this card, maybe like, you know, pause and take a look at it and say, what do I see in this card? And what are some positive aspects of it I might be manifesting right now? And what are some negative aspects of it that I might be focusing on too much that I need to let go of? Okay? Nice little homework assignment for you. Your outcome card, Capricorn, is the Eight of Swords. Okay, I'm kind of giggling a little bit. So, I think that, well, let's pull a clarifier too here. Because Eight of Swords is like you're not stuck, but you think you're stuck. So why is the outcome here? You have this massive soulmate coming in. Why are you feeling stuck? Or why are you thinking that you're stuck? Let's see, Caps. Okay. Makes sense. It's a negative ego situation. Good things are happening, but you're afraid or you're worried that you might be stuck or you might be trapped, because you don't know if it's gonna last. You're questioning if it's gonna last, and you're feeling very helpless in making it last. Like, you know, I can only do so much, but I can't make this person stay. I can only do so much, but I can't make this relationship move any faster than it's gonna move. And I really hope that this is something that's gonna be long lasting. I hope that this is something that's gonna have longevity, you know? And so Eight of Swords for me is, you know, I associate it with unnecessary worry. You know, she can really easily move her arms around and get out of that little cord that's not even tied around her that tight. She can rip off that blindfold, and then she can see ahead of her. Those swords really are not trapping her in. They really aren't. She can maybe, I mean, worst comes to worst, she could yank that one in front of her out of the ground and walk forward. And even then, she might not even have to do that. She might be able to just move in between them. So that's the energy that's coming up here with this Eight of Swords, is that you have some worries, you have some concerns, and you're thinking that, you know, is this person gonna want me? I feel it's like insecurities are coming up, and that'll happen when we're really into somebody. I always tell my friends, I always tell my clients, you know, there's nothing like love to bring out our crazy, or there's nothing like love to show us, you know, what our insecurities are that we haven't quite healed yet. And a lot of you are in a good place. You're feeling very secure, and that's why you're manifesting this really high level soulmate. But once they're in and once they're here, some of you are beginning to become nervous because that negative ego wants to convince you that, you know, it can't work out for you. So just be cautious of your thoughts. And I think that's why you received Six of Cups as like your personal power card, is just whatever this insecurity is, it stemmed somewhere in childhood. So revisit that so that you can correct it, right? All right, my darlings, be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos as well, because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more. You might need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. You can schedule a private reading by clicking on the link in the description of the video. And guys, don't forget to check out your weekly forecast. I don't just do love readings. Every single week for each zodiac sign, I do a little forecast for the week ahead, having to do with money and career and family life and spirituality and all that good stuff, all the other important areas of life. So be sure to check out those videos as well. I hope you have an amazing April. I hope you have an amazing time manifesting and calling in this really high vibrational love and just claiming it and going for it. And I hope to see you around on social media in between the videos. Take care, my dears.